All right, good morning, everyone. Lafourche Parish President Archie Chasson, joined by our Sheriff Craig Weber. At 6:30 this morning, we were notified of a plane crash in the Laurel Valley area of Lafourche Parish, a little bit east of the city of Thibodaux. Upon arrival, deputies on the scene did observe a downed helicopter that appears to be a crop duster that was spraying a local sugarcane field. It appears that there was some interaction between the helicopter and a utility line, and it caused the aircraft to crash. We do know that there was a single person on board, the pilot, and he is confirmed deceased, unfortunately. So we are working with the sheriff and his staff to do next of kin notifications for the family, as well as work with the company representatives to figure out exactly what was going on this morning. Both the FAA and NTSB have been notified, and we are awaiting them on the scene. They will take over, as always, the investigation from here and put together the pieces of what exactly happened this morning, and then release their report in the coming months. After next of kin notifications are done, the sheriff's office or parish government will release the name of the pilot, and at that point, we will ask that everyone just join in prayers for his family and the company itself for their loss. So with that, Sheriff Weber.
Thank you, President Chasson. My name is Craig Weber. I'm Lafourche Parish Sheriff. As the parish president mentioned earlier this morning, we were notified of an aircraft accident in a sugarcane field. And Lafourche has a large agriculture footprint, so it's common during this time of year for crop dusters, be they airplanes, fixed wing, or helicopter mobile wing, to come in and start either doing herbicides or spraying ripeners for sugarcane at harvest season. This happened to be a helicopter. The pilot, as the parish president mentioned, is deceased. He appears to have been flying for quite some time. He's in his 60s, from the Vermilion area. I will tell you that Lafourche has had its share of aircraft disasters. We had one earlier, fixed-wing aircraft in the marsh areas near Raceland, and now we have a helicopter that crashed. This is one of the events that requires coordination between federal, state, and local agencies. Of course, FAA and NTSB have a role to play. The parish has been in contact with both of them, and they're having representatives coming to the scene. Our local coroner, naturally, in addition to law enforcement and the wonderful volunteer fire department that responded to assist and make sure that there was not a fire threat. They had to disconnect the battery given the fuel that was on the ground. And a state agency, the Department of Agriculture, there's probably some herbicides that was still in the plane that they have to tend to as well. So it is a very sad, tragic accident by a person who is doing what I, as a layperson, when it comes to aviation, certainly I'm not a layperson with respect to my job, but in aviation, it would appear that that is one of the more difficult flying areas of flight. I know in the past, in the 30 some odd years that I've been sheriff, we've had other cases where there have been aircraft go down. This is one of the few fatalities, but you're in closed, confined areas. You have to be sensitive to wind direction. You have to be precise in where you locate the herbicides, and you have so many various obstacles, everything from trees to power lines to other aircraft, birds, you name it. So consequently, I agree. We certainly offer our condolences and our sympathy to the family, and hopefully this tragedies like these can be avoided. Some of the farmers are actually converting over to more drones and unmanned aircraft as an option, but I'm not trying to suggest that this is an appropriate option or not. It's just simply that it requires a lot of maneuvering, a lot of close quarters, and there's very little room for error, as you can see.
Quick question. We'll start with WVSU.
Are you able to give us the tail number of the helicopter?
I'm sorry.
Are you able to give us the tail number of the helicopter or maybe the company name?
JBI is the name of the helicopter company. I think they're out of Abbeville. I do not know the tail number. The parish president may.
Thank you.
WGNO.
Y'all just talked about the fact that there have been multiple crashes that you guys have been seeing. Does it feel like deja vu, especially with the most recent one in April, if both of you have time?
Totally unrelated. The one in April was a fixed wing weather issue, and this one was a helicopter flying in close quarters doing crop dusting. But I guess Lafourche is an area with a lot of aviation. We have an airport in South Lafourche where planes come in and out. Aside from the agriculture, we have helicopters that take people offshore to work quite frequently. And you have a little airport, a decent-sized airport in Houma, and that a lot of traffic coming from New Orleans comes over Lafourche Parish as well. But it just seems like in a short period of time, we've had the misfortune of having to be involved in 2 aircraft fatality disasters.
WWF, do you have any?
Yes. Is this a matter of a potential malfunction from the helicopter at all? I think you had said something about what caused the helicopter crash. It was a little hard to hear.
There was an employee on the ground who witnessed the crash as it occurred, and everything is suggests, although the FAA and NTSB are the agencies that will make a final determination, but as the parish president mentioned, it appears that there may have been intersection with a power line that would have been a potential causative factor. However, I'll reserve that final determination to the people that have the authority and the expertise to make that determination.
What about the conditions, like just in terms of what was taking place this morning, in terms of like fog or anything in the area?
No different than what we're pretty much standing in right now. Yeah.
Sheriff, real quick, can you explain to us the difficulty in locating and actually going out there to that location? And can you give us a kind of an approximate area where it is? It's not something that the public can go to.
Well, if you look at the geography of Lafourche, North Lafourche in particular, off of the bayou, you have land that goes, north and east and west. And a lot of that land is very fertile and is farmed with agriculture, and there's some cows, but and all of the land is long strips. Some of these strips go back 2 and 3 miles to the 80-arpent canal or to the 40-arpent canal. This was a very accessible site. There was a sugarcane headland, as they refer to it, a unimproved dirt road, but it's one that was dry and easy to traverse. It went straight into the area where he was dusting or was spraying, and it was easily accessible, unlike the one we had back in April where it was in the middle of a marsh and you had to take airboats to get there.
Just speaking about geography, could you give us an idea of how far this crash would be to like the first home nearby?
Oh, what you think?
Couple of miles.
Yeah, a mile or 2 for sure.
Just 1 mile or 2?
Yeah, at least a mile, maybe more.
Anybody else? Good?